But you do realize that you can't have a personal trainer that trains a whole group of people, right? I mean, if it's a group, that's the opposite of personal.
Yeah, that's right. You know, that is kind of stupid.
It's a goddamn oxymoron, is what I'm saying.
Now you're using those big words again.
Oxymoron, a combination of two words that contradict each other, like honest car salesman.
Well, you learn something new every day.
Yeah, today I learned that whoever runs my local gym is his dad.
It's like, shh, you gotta wait. It's just opening sequence.
Yeah, anyway, this slow closing toilet cover, they weren't kidding, okay? I take my night wee, flush, and give the cover a nudge, and it starts falling. I leave the room and I go to bed. And I get up this morning and I swear to God, the toilet seat is still closing.
No way.
Yes way.
You did not just say yes way.
Yes way.
Well, that's a great segue into the age-old discussion about the correct position of the toilet seat.
Wow, I hate that guy's voice.
Oh, you are one to talk. I've heard you sing. You're horrible.
Oh, but he's a professional artist.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is this. In this day and age with pitch correction and studio tricks, there's no excuse to sound like that.
Well, I just happen to be be of the opinion that those studio tricks that you hold so high.
Oh, here we go again.
Rated the singer's efforts of its personality, its Botox voice.
Okay, agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree, but you're wrong.
Oh, speaking of Botox, have you seen the latest campaign movie from Bob Kolilansky? He looks inflated. I mean, he's about to pop any second. You know, I'm sitting there afraid they catch it on camera and air it by mistake.
Oh, so Botox on the voice is okay. Botox on the face is not okay.
Well, when you put it that way, but yeah.
Are so ugly.
I don't know what you mean.
No, seriously, I'm serious. Have you seen that guy? What's his name? Peter Norsberg? He looks like a horse.
You mean Peter Horsberg?
Yes.
I don't know. I think they really have this kind of masculine charm, right? Like, hey baby, what's up? Want me to carry you in my man cave before or after I knock you down?
Please. I mean, look at the soccer players.
Elaine.
The muscles on those legs, and when they take their shirts off, and they're like,
Elaine!
What?
Nobody cares about soccer.
Oh.
We're talking about hockey players.
Okay, all right. Well, what about their teeth? Or lack of them? I think, you know, people, they're poor mothers.
Gums are sexy.
Oh, please, I'm gonna throw up.
Imagine a toothless... What is this I hear about you joining a pottery class?
No. Who told you that? Who told you?
I've got spies everywhere.
You're not kidding. I realize now that this facade I've been maintaining is falling apart.
No, it's crumbling.
You know, I've always made fun of people who wear hemp and, you know, go to yoga class.
Yeah, and now you're wearing patchouli oil and taking pottery class.
Yep. Next I'm collecting colorful rocks and talking to plants.
You talk to plants?
What? They didn't offer that course at your college?
No.
Plant Conversations 101?
No, and don't you change the subject.
What?
What, Phil?
Phil? Good old Phil.
Phil the drill?
Dave. Don't go there.
Hey, I like Phil. I mean, he makes some mean ribs, man.
Yeah, he does.
But he's not me.
True. In so many more ways than you know.
Okay, but what if I just move in?
What? Where?
Your place, stupid? I mean, I could be your little house gnome. Yeah, playing peekaboo around corners, eating all the porridge, jumping in the beds with the kids, peeing in the flower pots, and...
Dave.
Yeah?
You're forgetting something.
Always. What?
I don't like flowers.
That I knew.
And we don't have any kids.
Ah.
I'm really sorry.
Alright. But you know something?
What?
Whenever you and Phil decide to, make kids, I'm gonna be there. Dressed up in my finest gnome suit.
Oh.
You know, the one with an open back,
No.
jumping up and down in a joyous celebration of the act. Prank call to Governor Bailey, the man who got caught paying his daughter's shrink sessions with tax money.
Hear this?
Whatever your home project may be, choose OV Power Tools. OV Power Tools is the leading manufacturer of hobbyist and professional power tools. We have the right tools for your job and your wallet. All our products come with a 3-year warranty. With OV Power Tools, any man is a handyman.
Try the new Crusty Crust pizza from Fergus. You pick it out of your freezer and heat it in your own microwave. And the crust is so...
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, so they sold a lot of records, did some drugs, and then...
What? I mean, where do we go with this?
A year after their meeting on the dumpster,
Yeah.
Val is facing trial, accused of involuntary manslaughter.
Okay.
He apparently killed the guy while sleeping.
What? How?
Okay, here it is. Halstein was found by the maid next to the couple's bed, naked, except for a replica of the breastplate of a Roman legionary armor.
What?
And with a severe hemorrhage to the brain. Pooh Bell, on the other hand, was... Wait. Okay. Pooh Bell, on the other hand, was soaking in vomit on the other side of the bedroom, wearing half a Santa suit.
Which half?
Doesn't say...
lot of people and a lot about what pushes their buttons. Now we have Tyler on the line. What is your feud this Friday, Tyler?
So my problem is that people are prepared to pay $5 for a cup of coffee that costs a penny to make, takes under 60 seconds to prepare, and is consumed and gone forever within minutes. But they won't pay $1 measly for a song that costs thousands of dollars to record, took years of practice to create, and can be enjoyed an infinite number of times. They don't have any respect for the artists and the craft.
I'm prepared to join this.
Yeah, we're both on your side of the feud, Tyler.
You better be. You don't want to be my enemy.
So what do you think about these idol shows, these instant artist factories?
That's just another thing that's wrong with today. I want to sit in a jury behind the jury, you know? And I'd be ripping them apart like they're ripping contestants apart. These clowns are no better judges of talent than anyone else.
I watch that.
I totally watch that. You sound like the kind of guy who would make great television, watching you get mad at people.
Oh, if we could launch a TV show, I'd save so much on therapist fees. No, I'm not going to therapy.
But maybe you should?
Oh, yeah. Probably should. I get wound up on the little things.
Like people's inclination to buy coffee versus their inclination to buy music?
Exactly. My skin's turning green.
You're listening to 106.6 WDHS News. I'm Jane Elliott. Police have finally apprehended the young man who had been threatening to detonate a bomb at the ADC. The man wrote in an online chat room for members of the university that he was, quote, tired of no one paying attention to what's really going on between politicians and big corporations. The man was tracked down by the FBI with the help of his internet connection. The arrest itself was undramatic, but the atmosphere amongst the university's many students and staff members is agitated. Chad Mitchum has more.
A certain gloom rests over the ADC campus today as people are still rattled from what transpired here only hours ago. The main assembly room is now open for anyone who feels need to talk to somebody, with therapists and volunteers from the faculty doing their best to comfort the many troubled students. Many wonder how close we really were to another school bombing and how this could happen at ADC, a school that up until now had escaped this kind of terrible incidents.
Authorities say the young man has no history of violent behavior, but his classmates say he was a loner. In other news, the latest polls in the governor midterms.
You're all sweating, and you know, it's other people's sweat too. Yeah, you know, but I love to study other people. You know, I see someone in a machine who looks really fit, and then later I notice that they don't shower at the gym. They leave in their gym clothes.
Because they're gross?
Nah, you know, I mean, they might very well live nearby and just choose to shower elsewhere.
All right.
But I choose to think that the real reason they don't shower at the gym is they don't want anyone to see their tiny dicks and all the pimples on their back.
Oh, God, yeah, because what, they're all on steroids?
Yeah, I like to think that, yeah.
They cheated, right, to get fit?
Yep, you're fit and I catch you not showering at the gym, I instantly judge you.
Oh, instantly.
Yeah, you don't shower at the gym, you got something to hide.
Dots. Talk about, you know, an unnecessary revolution.
Okay. Here's your fourth question. You're almost done. Are you ready?
Yeah, hit me.
Here it comes. Recently, there was an art exhibition at the National Gallery of Art, which was heavily criticized and debated in the media.
Ryan Gonzalez.
Whoa! You didn't even hear the whole question.
Are you sure you want to?
Are you telling me I'm wrong?
We'll tell you whether you're wrong or not in a minute, okay? We're just looking out for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Once you decide, once you lock your answer, you know.
Ryan Gonzalez was the director of the museum, and he was fired soon after.
What if we're asking about the artist who contributed with the art in the debated exhibition?
But the artist wasn't really the big deal. It was the fact that the National Gallery of Art displayed his work that upset people.
So, your final answer is Brian Gonzalez.
You betcha.
That's just uncanny.
It's correct.
I told you. I told you my gut feeling is never off.
That is quite impressive, Frank. Are you ready for your fifth and final question?
I'm ready.
All right. What was the political slogan by Bob McKendrick when he last ran for mayor?
Oh, I got this. Just 1 second.
That would make a great political slogan, but I'm afraid it's not the answer we're looking for.
No, wait. I lost it.
Time is running out.
Where can I?
Okay. I'm afraid we have to say better luck next time.
Change the change. That was the slogan.
That's absolutely correct.
Yes.
You've won 2 tickets to the Redskins game on Sunday.
Go Redskins! Woo!
Frank, thanks for being on the show. I can't say I've ever experienced one with it still on.
I would imagine it's quite a gruesome experience.
Dave?
Elaine?
Okay, do you still have your foreskin?
Look, it's time for the news.
You're listening to 106.6 WDHS News. My name is Jane Elliott. U.S. school results are at an all-time low, and politicians can't seem to agree on whether grades should be introduced later or earlier in the classrooms. D.C. students are doing better than the U.S. average, but not by much, and everyone has different theories. Chad Mitchum has more.
Are U.S. students under too much pressure? Are they under too little? Are they not being encouraged enough? And should that encouragement come mainly from teachers or parents? The questions are many, but the answers are few. School board members across the entire nation are debating, and it seems politicians are making decisions without consulting the
Really? In case you were wondering, dear listeners, that's how happy you get when you win the Snacky Snacks Snibble Snub quiz.
I love the way you say that.
A Snacky Snacks Snibble Snub.
A year of all-you-can-eat snacky snacks will do wonders to your body.
Yeah, don't miss out on our Snacky Snacks Snibble Snub quiz tomorrow. Who knows? You could be that lucky winner.
Amen.
And if tasty wasn't enough, they're extremely nutritious and filled to the brim with tasty, tasty sugar.
Can never get enough of that sugar.
You know what? Instead of LCHF, I'm on this new awesome diet, HSLOF.
106.6. Your lips in your freezer.
You know what? I've meant to bring this up for a long time now. What's up with that?
What? What's up with what?
The Dave and Elaine.
What?
Why is it Dave and Elaine? What's up with that?
Well, we could make it like the Dave Show plus guest.
You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know. Now what is it?
It should be Elaine and Dave. Why can't it be Elaine and Dave? I'm the smarter one.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah?
Not.
Oh, come on.
I mean, come on.
It makes the most sense.
You're not the smarter one anyways. Older.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have seniority. It should be like a thing.
You know what? I should.
And the escort was a man.
So, nothing progressive there.
Certainly not. And not that I begrudge this woman. I mean, she needs her intimacy.
Hey, who doesn't?
Hey, and I can appreciate that she has contributed to the survival of a true lower class profession.
The oldest profession in the world, in fact.
Prostitution is the oldest profession in the world?
Well, that makes sense, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I mean, anyway, I also appreciate that she gets hands-on with a working class individual.
Mm-hmm.
Not many politicians do that these days.
True that.
But I have this nagging idea.
Hey, hold that thought, Dave. It's time for the news.
You're listening to WDHS 106.6, and this is today's news. An American tourist bus was attacked on its way to the city of Durango, Mexico earlier today. Just south of the U.S. border, the bus reportedly hit someone crossing the road and stopped. While the bus side of the road, it was attacked by an mob. Several eyewitness reports describe the incident as a massacre. We have yet to hear any statement from Mexican officials or even an exact report on the number of victims. Road to Durango, the tourist company that the bus belongs to, say the vehicle had room for 45 passengers, but they can't say for sure how many passengers were on it. In other news, Alan Yates, the Democratic congressman who proposed the debated Agricultural Bill 662, Right to Choose, earlier this summer, found himself in a hailstorm of criticism as it's been discovered that Yates' wife, since January, has a board member position on Thrive and Sustain, the Maryland farmer lobbyist group. Both Yates and his wife was on a trip to Richmond when the story broke out, and the media has not been able to reach him for comment. Yates' staff members in D.C. claim the congressman has no reason to hide, but offer no explanation to his sudden disappearance. You're listening to WDHS.
Bars.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's where there's like, everyone just comes out in their ski outfits. And yes, so I was into one of those a few years ago. And, there's all these beautiful women, and I'm like, hey, I know a party trick. And everyone started saying, party trick, party trick. Exactly.
Okay.
So,
Pressure's on.
So I jump up on the bar. I reach over, grab a bottle of Bacardi from behind the bar and a shot glass. Pour a little 151 in there.
Yeah.
Light it on fire. Yeah, that's the trick. Is if you light it on fire and you pull your pants down.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that's the other part of the trick. So I'm standing on the bar, pants down below my butt.
No way.
Yeah, light the glass and you can stick it right on your butt cheek and it'll suck the skin into the shot glass.
Stop it.
Yeah, and just stick on your butt.
Oh, but why would you choose to do this?
Because it's a party trick, you know? And one of these girls, I was trying to press her.
Right.
And so I put too much Bacardi in. And when I lit it, it still stayed on fire.
Oh my God.
And I'm standing there and the pants go down to my ankles and my junk is just hanging out there in front of everybody. And shot glass burning my ass. I got this big red mark.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Needless. A sport. Playing video games are sports now. You know, and the prize money involved is off the charts.
Oh my God, it's nuts.
I know, and just because you can find others who are good at something and arrange a competition to see who's best doesn't mean it's a worthy activity.
Okay, all right. So, what are athletics according to you?
Real sports.
The definition being?
Any sport whose main activity prepares you for surviving mutant attacks and other everyday chores in the post-apocalyptic wasteland.
Okay, which we all know will happen.
Oh yeah, I mean there's no doubt about that.
Well, that's good. Clear line in the sand drawn right there.
That's right. You know?
Well, so fencing, that's not...
Yes.
Oh, it is.
Fencing,
Okay,
of
all
course.
right, okay.
Sword.
Yeah, all right, that makes sense. Sprinting, maybe?
Yes. I mean, you gotta be able to run away from people fast.
Well, sure. Yeah. So...
Yeah, I mean, any kind of jumping and throwing stuff, yes.
So then I'm guessing beach volleyball.
Not so much.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, sand. There'd be a lot of sand there in the post-apocalyptic wasteland.
True. But, you know, beach volleyball won't help you survive.
Well, Fordham, maybe, right?
Well...
Okay, all right. So what about pool? Billiards.
Pool? I mean, no. I mean, not unless you broke the stick in half and, started swinging it around. But that's not what you do in pool.
Figure skating.
Figure skating. Well, maybe you could, jump up and do a spin and carve someone up with your skate. Maybe do, a flying kick. Maybe if you were, in an ice, war. Okay, maybe.
Trampoline. How about that?
Trampoline. Well, I don't think, first of all, you could get mutants on the trampoline, and what would you do, some kind of acrobatic jump off or something, you know what I mean? But,
Table tennis. Table tennis. Useful.
Table tennis?
Sure.
Ping pong?
Yeah.
No, I mean, what would you do? Slam a ball, hard on them? It's there's nothing to do with surviving post-apocalyptic. Synchronized swimming.
Residents in the opposite building say the light is disturbing their sleep, and environmentalists are questioning whether anyone can defend the sign's alleged off-the-charts energy consumption. Countless complaints and a half a dozen lawsuits have been filed this past week, so it's up to Sander and Watts to prove if they, as they say, indeed put public opinion first. Back to Jane in the studio.
We're reaching the end of our newscast. Today's top story, the wave of violent crime sweeping across the East Coast. We will have more on this in our next newscast in 1 hour and 45 minutes. Good day.
With the all-new Power Gaze Volume Excess from Cosmetics Dermal Professional on your eyelashes, your eyes will pop, strike, checkmate. The patented spiral. About big words.
Sorry, won't happen again. But before you change the subject, I want to say that the average ATM keypad, grocery cart, and purse bottom all have more bacteria than the average toilet seat.
No, now we go to commercial. I gotta go puke.
Alright, we'll be right back after these messages from our sponsors.
Hear this.
At Sheer Harmony, we cut and style your hair, but we also do so much more. Sheer Harmony is the full experience. Lean back into your massage chair, have a coffee from luxurious espresso machines, and escape the stress with one of our many spa treatments. To celebrate our move to the new location on 13th Street, we're offering a 2-for-1 deal you cannot say no to. Bring a friend and pay half price. Sheer Harmony. Indulge yourself.
Whatever your home project may be, choose OV Power Tools. OV Power Tools is the leading manufacturer of hobbyist and professional power tools. We have the right tools for your job and your wallet. All our products come with a 3-year warranty. With OV Power Tools, any man is a man.
Doubt it.
Oh yeah.
Manufacturer of hobbyist and
Why? I don't know.
this.
Possibly go to the same doctor.
Oh, was she having way?
The situation is alarming, and there's no doubt that the Democrats are to blame. Now, we had bills that would give the authorities the true power to nip this kind of thing in the bud for the safety and well-being of all the population of our great city, but the Democrats would support none of them.
You haven't been able to rally your own troops in this matter. Cowser and Phillips didn't support the party lines, and it's been said they feel it's just another way to scare the voters into accepting another set of laws that will limit people's freedom. Kerry comment.
Now, why these men have let conspiracy theories get to them is beyond me, but I'll say this: we are all in the same boat, and the problem needs a solution, one way or another.
It's clearly too late to solve the situation through political reform. How do you see the city actually going about fighting this intensifying situation?
It's a matter of maintaining resolve and firm action. This is terrorism within our borders, and we have always had a zero tolerance for that.
How does this firm action look in practice?
I can't comment on that right now, but we're in talks with Chief Commissioner Henshaw, and we're making sure all departments in the law enforcement have enough funds to do the job we've entrusted them with. Thank you very much.
Back to Jane in the studio.
That was our field reporter Chad Mitchum earlier today outside Congress, speaking to Congressman Gilbert Drollinger. We now have a breaking news story regarding yet another crime wave. This time,
Can't stop talking about it. I mean, we can't stop talking about it here in the studio. And we're getting phone calls from others who apparently can't stop talking about it either. And we're, of course, talking about the increase in violence in parts of D.C. and other parts of the country.
Exactly. Is it gang related? Is it religious fanatics? Hey, maybe our guy on the line has the answer. Wesley, what's your take?
Yeah, I hear people on TV and on the bus. They're all talking. It's driving me crazy hearing about this.
So, do you have a theory of your own?
You're damn right I do, lady.
So let's hear it.
It's no damn chemical drugs from Asia. I'm telling you, dude, that stuff will mess you up.
Are you talking about
The youngsters nowadays, and some not so young too. They're using all kinds of strange substances. God knows how they're produced. Chemical compounds, man. That stuff will rewire your brain. Short circuit your empathy lobe, bypass your human behavior cortex, and boom! It's the kind of stuff that turns a man into an animal. And the next thing you know he's chewing another guy's face off. You heard about that, right? Crazy.
Don't think I've ever used it.
You don't need that. You look great. Not a day over 25.
Oh, flattery will get you far.
I know. I'm pretty awesome. And speaking of something old that hasn't been used in a long time.
Thanks.
How about that Fernie store furniture? I bought a couple of bookshelves for the kids' room a couple years ago. Nearly killed me trying to put those things together.
Oh, you should have Phil the Drill with you.
Yeah, but I mean, who in their right mind comes up with the idea of selling broken furniture?
Well, it's not exactly broken.
Well, it does come in pieces.
True.
And what about the manual?
What about it?
Well, it sucks. You know, it's just badly made.
Sure.
So that kind of died out.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking of something else.
Well, on behalf of all the listeners, thank you for spoiling me perfectly.
Oh, it wasn't that good.
Hey.
It wasn't.
Okay. Here's one of my favorite songs.
Yes, yours.
Feeling nauseous is a part of his life. Getting wasted is a way to decide. There's a fire at the end of this road. He's a liar, how could he know?
I'm glad to be here.
Now, what
Hey,
are
can I just ask something real quick?
Ladies first.
Okay, where did you get that handbag? The buckle is gorgeous.
Well, it was a gift from my husband.
Well, I would love to know where he got it. That is classy.
Thank you, I suppose is the right thing to say. Now, Dave, you were saying?
As a psychologist, can you explain what we've seen happen these past few days?
Well, we like to see ourselves as highly developed creatures, but the fact is that this modern society with its laws and infrastructure is just a very fragile facade.
So in general, what would trigger such a... what could be a possible trigger for what we've seen recently?
Imagine you're a father, or in your case, Elaine, a mother. Your 2-year-old kid is hungry. He's moaning, his tummy aching. After a day, he's shouting. He's in real pain. Well, your heart as a parent is breaking. How long do you think that could go on before you take a knife or what have you and knock on your neighbor's door? Your neighbors who you know have food. How long until you go over there and just take what you need?
Is this what has happened here?
Well, I haven't seen these people or talked to any of them, so I can't possibly know for sure. But the civilized behavior of the modern man is a thin construction that can be deconstructed much more easily than we may want to believe.
Wow, that's deep and dark.
I'm sure you can imagine the ramifications if this turns out to be something that others adapt this same behavior.
Are you saying this is still escalating?
Are there any proofs that say other...
Never seen before. and we'd like to hear from you.
In fact, we have someone on the line right now who has something to say about it. Kevin?
Yeah, hello? I heard it started down south and it's spreading.
Does that worry you?
Hell yeah, it doesn't worry you?
Well, so far, it doesn't look like something the police wouldn't be able to control.
This has been going on for a good while now, and it's only escalating.
Where have you heard these reports that it's spreading?
I have relatives in Roswell. They've seen it up close.
What have they seen?
Violence. Mindless violence. Just crazy stuff. Like, people locking themselves in. They're so afraid to go out.
So this is hitting DC too? Is that your prediction?
Yeah, I think it's only a matter of days.
What makes you think that?
It's faster than you think. In fact, I got a friend in Stanford that I can't seem to get in contact with, and it's kind of worrying me. With everything that's going on, it's not like your first thought is that she lost her charger. I gotta admit, it's freaking me out.
It's not letting up.
Streets are flooding too. Mother Nature is attacking on all fronts.
You could say the weather goes hand in hand with the current events. With all that's been going on lately here in DC.
Yep, it sure seems grim.
The crime waves we've been experiencing the past few years escalated slowly but steadily. But now, it's like it all entered a new era entirely.
Yeah, I don't see a humoristic spin on this, eh?
You aren't. But let's not shy away from what's going on out there. I mean, this is what's on our listeners' minds.
Yeah, I suppose people could still look forward to small beat voices in the next.
You know, I read this morning that droves of people are moving from Richmond on foot, Elaine.
Yeah.
On foot.
Crazy. What's been going on?
Yeah, crazy. Oh, wait.
Hey, our dear showrunner, Lori, just came through the door.
That's a great idea.
Lori's proposing we take some calls so that our dear listeners can speak about what's on their minds.
That'll be cathartic, I think.
Lori is behind a lot of concepts and innovative ideas on our show.
Yeah, we're glad to have Lori. She's a gem.
Yes, she is a gem. She proposed Tantrum Tuesday, which later became Moaning Monday until we realized that could be misinterpreted. So now we have...
Yeah. You know, in fact, let's make listener calls on current events a thing until this whole ordeal is over.
That sounds like a great idea. Lori's nodding out there in the mixing room.
You all know the number. It's 555-67.
so embarrassed. I suppose it was the white stick, or the lack of a white stick, that threw me off. I blame that to keep some of my dignity. It's strange. I didn't think it would go this fast, but I miss that guy already. Dave, you are my light, my shining star. For listeners who are just tuning in, you should know that Dave is not here today. He has left the city for a few days to be with his family, and I actually haven't worked a day without him since we started this show, so I'm feeling a little bit like half a radio show host right now. It's crazy how when you work closely with people, you either grow fonder and fonder of them, or you slowly drift apart. You know, I mean, I guess that's true for any relationship. It's hard to maintain status quo on the ocean of human interaction and emotion that is life. And I know what you're all thinking right now, and I'm wondering it as well. The question on everyone's mind is, without a doubt, what's that new single that squeezed its way onto the hit list? You can't get it out of your head. I know I can't. So let's hear it. Here's It's Yours by Quick Fix.
Said that hundreds of people were stuck inside the bank as thick smoke emitted from below ground level. The rescue operation was very complicated, and emergency personnel arrived unusually late. No doubt because of the high pressure they're already under following similar recent events. In total, around 1,000 individuals were evacuated, many of them drenched in blood, and carried off on stretchers to waiting ambulances and helicopters. More than 100 have been hospitalized following this incident alone, and DC hospitals are taking care of patients in the hallways, lobby, as regular rooms are already filled to the brim. Contradicting witness reports say that there might still be a lot of people inside the building that have not been rescued yet. This has been Richard Bell for WDHS News. We'll return with more on this story as it develops, so stay tuned. Expect us back shortly.
That was an extra newscast added to our program since things are just so crazy out there. So, let's take some calls. We have our celebrity impersonation competition. Looks like we have Peter on the line. Peter, so how's your
Anyone who's fled from their home, where a group of people hold up in Greenbelt Park. We have plenty of rations and warm clothes. We can survive it for a few days. We see a lot of military vehicles coming down the 95, so maybe this is coming to an end soon. And lady, you should know what's best for you. Get the hell out of the city. And whatever you do,
back before the end of the week, but last I heard he might stay longer. So, until the prodigal son returns, I'm holding the fort here to the best of my ability. News chunks are coming every 15 minutes today here on 106.6, and that makes my job a lot easier. Anyone can talk 19 to the dozen for 10 minutes, right? But on a serious note, what is it that has happened to these people that makes them do these things? The religious fanatics theory, the criminal gang theory, they've all been debunked. We've heard more than one person present a drug-related theory, well, just here on the show in the past few days. You know, I'm thinking back to the days where we only had to deal with bank robberies and jewelry store knockovers, and I'm getting a nostalgic tear in my eye. Those were the days. But what is the latest theory on this thing? Have you heard anything? Call us. Don't hesitate. And don't think you won't be able to get through. We've had kind of a drought this morning. Not many people called since last night, actually. What's up, DC? Cat got your tongue? Now, what better way to pick up the spirit than with some uplifting music? I give you the 5th place on this week's Top.
We are only news on the current events. This frequency will now broadcast news around the clock. Reports might be recordings that are repeated, but as new material comes in from our field reporters, we will add it to our loop. Again, all regular shows have been suspended for the time being. This frequency will only broadcast news coverage of current events.
You're listening to the round-the-clock news at WDHS. We're going live to our field reporter, Chad Mitchell.
The view across National Mall is a nightmarish one. Dead bodies strewn about. An explosion half an hour ago set the Grove on fire. The reports of this, claiming to be isolated incidents, have now, beyond a shadow of a doubt, been proven false. Violence has our capital in a firm grip. There seems to be no way to avoid the attacks. At first, people stayed indoors, but violence happened everywhere, and then restlessly, many fled their homes and took to the streets. What followed that was a string of major traffic accidents and more acts of... You think they're heading towards it? Oh, they're moving fast. We'll have to move from our current location since I've noticed a mob, a group of people gathering and walking toward us. I feel we'll have to interrupt this field report, and we'll pick it up once we feel it's safe.
Those are disturbing reports, and it's not the first one. As Chad just said, he'll come with more reports right from the... able to contact our field reporter Chad Mitchum since early this morning when he was still fearlessly walking the streets of D.C., offering reports on the current events with admirable resolve. Many politicians and city officials have already left the city. Security staff is increasing, and Secret Service is collaborating with the Army to make sure that none of...
This is Benjamin Payton, producer of the WDSH radio newscasts. You're currently listening to a radio frequency on which one of District Broadcast Media's many radio stations is usually transmitting. DBM has decided to cancel all broadcasts, including the round-the-clock news coverage that has been maintained by me and my crew throughout the last 20 hours. It's just too dangerous to keep on. The last few staff members have already left the building. I just want to sign off properly. We're going silent now. Stay safe, people. May God be with us.
Las instrucciones de agentes de la ley, gobierno y miembros del ejército. El saqueo es un crimen al que corresponderá una respuesta armada. La ley será respetada. Personal de rescate y emergencias estará en servicio bajo toda circunstancia. Infraestructuras vitales seguirán operando y el dólar americano mantiene un valor viable. Que no cunda el pánico. La ayuda está en camino.
Emergency recording loop activated. Department of Homeland Security Public Announcement System. Instructions to all members of the public. Obey the command of law enforcers, government, and military representatives. Looting is a federal crime and will be met with armed response. Law will be upheld. Rescue and emergency personnel will remain on duty under all circumstances. Vital infrastructure will be kept operational, and the US dollar remains a viable currency. Keep calm, help is on the way.
Grabación de emergencia activada. Sistema de comunicados de la Oficina de Seguridad Nacional. Instrucciones a todo miembro del público. Favor de obedecer las instrucciones de agentes de la ley, gobierno y miembros del ejército. El saqueo es un crimen al que corresponderá una respuesta armada. La ley será respetada. Personal de rescate y emergencias estará en servicio bajo toda circunstancia. Infraestructuras vitales seguirán operando y el dólar americano mantiene un valor viable. Que no cunda el pánico. La ayuda está en camino.
Emergency recording loop activated. Department of Homeland Security Public Announcement System. Instructions to all members of the public. Obey the command of law enforcers, government, and military representatives. Looting is a federal crime and will be met with armed response. Law will be upheld. Rescue and emergency personnel will remain on duty under all circumstances. Vital infrastructure will be kept operational, and the US dollar remains a viable currency. Keep calm, help is on the way.
Grabación de emergencia activada. Sistema de comunicados de la Oficina de Seguridad Nacional. Instrucciones a todo miembro del público. Favor de obedecer las instrucciones de agentes de la ley, gobierno y miembros del ejército. El saqueo es un crimen al que corresponderá una respuesta armada. La ley será respetada. Personal de rescate y emergencias estará en servicio bajo toda circunstancia. Infraestructuras vitales seguirán operando y el dólar americano mantiene un valor viable. Que no cunda el pánico. La ayuda está en camino.
Emergency recording loop activated. Department of Homeland Security Public Announcement System. Instructions to all members of the public. Obey the command of law enforcers, government, and military representatives. Looting is a federal crime and will be met with armed response. Law will be upheld. Rescue and emergency personnel will remain on duty under all circumstances. Vital infrastructure will be kept operational, and the US dollar remains a viable currency. Keep calm. Help is on the way.
Grabación de emergencia activada. Sistema de comunicados de la Oficina de Seguridad Nacional. Instrucciones a todo miembro del público. Favor de obedecer las instrucciones de agentes de la ley, gobierno y miembros del ejército. El saqueo es un crimen al que corresponderá una respuesta armada. La ley será respetada. Personal de rescate y emergencias estará en servicio bajo toda circunstancia. Infraestructuras vitales seguirán operando y el dólar americano mantiene un valor viable. Que no cunda el pánico. La ayuda está en camino.
Emergency recording loop activated. Department of Homeland Security Public Announcement System. Instructions to all members of the public. Obey the command of law enforcers, government, and military representatives. Looting is a federal crime and will be met with armed response. Law will be upheld. Rescue and emergency personnel will remain on duty under all circumstances. Vital infrastructure will be kept operational, and the US dollar remains a viable currency. Keep calm. Help is on the way.
Ponerse a disposición de sus representantes militares locales. Miembros de la Guardia Nacional reportan a su general adjunto. Que no cunda el pánico. Que no se pierda la esperanza. La ayuda está en camino.
Attention. The Department of Homeland Security has issued the following message. We are in a state of national emergency. Keep calm and obey the command of law enforcers and military personnel. Local and national law is still in effect. Looting will be met with armed response. If your house, workplace, or local community is equipped with a safe room, it is recommended that you utilize it. Everyone else is advised to relocate to urban areas, which will be the main focus of government disaster assistance. Government-issued ID or passport is required for anyone passing state limits. All available NDMS and FEMA operatives are, as of the issuing of this message, active. Emergency and hospital staff are asked to make themselves available to local military representatives. National Guard members are to report to their TAG. Do not panic. Do not lose hope. Help is on the way.
Atención. La Oficina de Seguridad Nacional realiza el siguiente comunicado. Nos encontramos bajo una emergencia nacional. Mantener la calma y obedecer toda instrucción de oficiales de la ley y ejército. La ley local y nacional mantiene vigencia. Al saqueo corresponde una respuesta armada. Si su hogar, lugar de trabajo o comunidad posee un cuarto de pánico, se recomienda usarlo. Se recomienda a todos los demás el traslado a una área urbana. Las mismas serán el foco principal de los esfuerzos gubernamentales. Se requiere un pasaporte o identificación nacional a todo quien pretenda pasar límites estatales. Todos los miembros operativos de NDMS y FEMA disponibles se encuentran ahora activos. Miembros de emergencia y de salud, favor de ponerse a disposición de sus representantes militares locales. Miembros de la Guardia Nacional, reportar a su general adjunto. Que no cunda el pánico. Que no se pierda la esperanza. La ayuda está en camino.
Attention. The Department of Homeland Security has issued the following message. We are in a state of national emergency. Keep calm and obey the command of law enforcers and military personnel. Local and national law is still in effect. Looting will be met with armed response. If your house, workplace, or local community is equipped with a safe room, it is recommended that you utilize it. Everyone else is advised to relocate to urban areas, which will be the main focus of government disaster assistance. Government-issued ID or passport is required for anyone passing state limits. All available NDMS and FEMA operatives are, as of the issuing of this message, active. Emergency and hospital staff are asked to make themselves available to local military representatives. National Guard members are to report to their TAG. Do not panic. Do not lose hope. Help is on the way.
Atención. La Oficina de Seguridad Nacional realiza el siguiente comunicado. Nos encontramos bajo una emergencia nacional. Mantener la calma y obedecer toda instrucción de oficiales de la ley y ejército. La ley local y nacional mantiene vigencia. Al saqueo corresponde una respuesta armada. Si su hogar, lugar de trabajo o comunidad posee un cuarto de pánico, se recomienda usarlo. Se recomienda a todos los demás el traslado a una área urbana. Las mismas serán el foco principal de los esfuerzos gubernamentales. Se requiere un pasaporte o identificación nacional a todo quien pretenda pasar límites estatales. Todos los miembros operativos de NDMS y FEMA disponibles se encuentran ahora activos. Miembros de emergencia y de salud, favor de ponerse a disposición de sus representantes militares locales. Miembros de la Guardia Nacional, reportar a su general adjunto. Que no cunda el pánico. Que no se pierda la esperanza. La ayuda está en camino.
Attention. The Department of Homeland Security has issued the following message. We are in a state of national emergency. Keep calm and obey the command of law enforcers and military personnel. Local and national law is still in effect. Looting will be met with armed response. If your house, workplace, or local community is equipped with a safe room, it is recommended that you utilize it. Everyone else is advised to relocate to urban areas, which will be the main focus of government disaster assistance. Government-issued ID or passport is required for anyone passing state limits. All available NDMS and FEMA operatives are, as of the issuing of this message, active. Emergency and hospital staff are asked to make themselves available to local military representatives. National Guard members are to report to their TAG. Do not panic. Do not lose hope. Help is on the way.
Atención. La Oficina de Seguridad Nacional realiza el siguiente comunicado. Nos encontramos bajo una emergencia nacional. Mantener la calma y obedecer toda instrucción de oficiales de la ley y ejército. La ley local y nacional mantiene vigencia. Al saqueo corresponde una respuesta armada. Si su hogar, lugar de trabajo o comunidad posee un cuarto de pánico, se recomienda usarlo. Se recomienda a todos los demás el traslado a una área urbana. Las mismas serán el foco principal de los esfuerzos gubernamentales. Se requiere un pasaporte o identificación nacional a todo quien pretenda pasar límites estatales. Todos los miembros operativos de NDMS y FEMA disponibles se encuentran ahora activos. Miembros de emergencia y de salud, favor de ponerse a disposición de sus representantes militares locales. Miembros de la Guardia Nacional, reportar a su general adjunto. Que no cunda el pánico. Que no se pierda la esperanza. La ayuda está en camino.